In this video, I'm going to show you 5 tips that make your mixes instantly better. These are some tips that I've learned over the past 7 years that have drastically improved my music to a point where I now earn a full-time living all from my ears. Number 1, start slow. Take the time to give the track a good listen and decide what it needs before even touching any plugins. Whenever I am starting a mix, before I even add any plugins at all, I will play back the project and listen to what is in front of me. This allows my brain to take a mental image of how things are sounding and how they could be sounding. I am taking mental notes, or sometimes real notes, of problems in the mix, or the things in the mix that I believe are special. With all of this in mind, it is much easier to go on with my decision-making process throughout the mix. Number 2, simple leveling. Balancing the elements of your song is 50% of the mixing process. Before adding any plugins and after I've taken my mental note, I will begin to adjust the different elements of my mix. If something is sticking out too much, I will locate that element of the mix and turn it down a bit. I always use some sort of gain plugin or gain function within my DAW to adjust volume when I'm leveling individual sounds. It is very important that I keep the main volume faders in their original position, as I'll use those for final balancing after mastering. Leveling out your mix is simply relying on your ears to tell you what is too loud and too quiet. Do not overthink this part, but it is one of the first steps in getting a well-rounded, balanced mix. Number 3, the gentle touch. One of the biggest tips that I've learned over the years is to be gentle with my EQ moves and not to be overusing plugins. It can be dangerous to your mix if you're using the search and destroy method on every element in your mix. When you listen back, your song will feel empty of certain frequencies. It is best to use a wider dip of 1 to 3 decibels in certain frequencies you feel need attention. If you catch yourself using 3 to 4 EQs in a row, that is a good sign that you're probably overusing your EQ moves. Remember, not everything needs to be cut out or boosted. It is all about listening to what is in front of you and proceeding from there. Number 4, auto magic. Automating simple parameters to make your song feel alive. Automating is perhaps thought of as an advanced mixing technique. While it certainly can be, there are also many ways you can use simple automation to shake up your song and build tension. One simple example would be to use volume automation to reduce the volume of the section before your hook by 1 to 3 decibels in order to make it feel more alive to the listener. Another use of simple automation would be panning your background vocals to slightly move back and forth to the left and right. This provides some nice movement to your mix. Number 5, the final mix. Mixing and testing your mix on at least 2 devices. While I am mixing my songs, I will work through my headphones and my speakers and constantly be switching between the two to ensure that my mix is solid. If you spend all your time mixing through headphones, your mix may not translate well on speakers and may feel empty in the mid-range. And vice versa. If you mix all day on speakers, your mix may be too loud and overbearing through headphones and an iPhone. This highlights the benefit of mixing on 2 or more devices to ensure that your music sounds good across all devices. And those are my top 5 ways to make your mixes instantly better. I wanted to think of tips that are going to develop your ears when it comes to mixing. It is difficult to explain, but your ear really is your greatest tool when it comes to mixing. It is far greater than any plugin will ever be. It is crucial to learn the skill of active listening to your ears and trusting what you hear. And if you're interested in learning more about mixing, I actually went ahead and created a 7-hour mixing masterclass where I use only stock plugins to teach you the ins and outs of vocal mixing. If you're not satisfied with the quality of your mixes, then this masterclass is for you. I guarantee you that you will never make a bad quality song again after watching and implementing the golden nuggets that I show you in my mixing masterclass. If you're interested in this mixing masterclass, you can check it out in the link in the description. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button and turn it into confetti, and hit that subscribe button if you're interested in more videos like this. Peace.